We arrive in the journey meditation to do the work, and I'm in the kitchen. Not unusual. Kitchens and bedrooms often have the most activity. And there's the woman in the high-necked brown dress. She's very confused by what looked like, by her dress, she looked like maybe late 1800s, early 1900s. If I had to guess, I would say late 1800s, around 1880s. And I didn't get the sense that she was associated with the woman or the family. It had to do with the property. I felt like she, at one point, had maybe had a homestead in that area. She kept asking for someone named Joe, who I assumed to be her husband. And she didn't understand why people were moving things around in her house. She really believed that where she was her home, and she was very upset. I could see that she would move things, particularly in the baby's room. She said, "I don't like the children. I don't like the children. They don't live here. They don't belong here." And I could see that she had been physically choking this child at night while she slept. When I asked her about it, she readily admitted that, yeah, that was me. I thought maybe I could get their attention and they would leave. This is my house. What are they doing in my house? She was so confused. And as we're crossing her, I realized that the living woman, the mom's fear of someone breaking in, wasn't actually the fear of someone breaking in. The fear was somebody was already in the house. Some part of her knew that the house had already been violated and that her child was literally being attacked every night. Some part of her mothering instinct was on guard 100% of the time. No wonder she was exhausted. She had called it, quote, painful exhaustion. In fact, in our follow-up call after I did the work, she said, "I hope you couldn't see how messy my house is. I have been so painfully exhausted." I'd believe it. And no, I couldn't see what was going on in her house like that. We don't see that stuff. That said, we crossed the woman and started going through the house to see what else there might be around. While we didn't find any other dead in the house, I got the impression when we got to the baby's room that there had been some serious things moved. I kept seeing her rug. There was a big rug in the room by the crib, and I kept seeing it moving. Make a note of that. That's a little creepy. We go through the rest of the house, and in the kitchen where we started, after the woman was gone, I noticed there was also a concentration of energy. It felt like the beginnings of a PK manifestation. I've talked to you guys a little bit about that. Psychokinetic manifestations are created by the emotions of living people. Regardless of what you've heard, poltergeists are not evil. They can create havoc. They can start to make their own issues, and that's a serious problem. But alone and of themselves, they aren't. They're just the concentrated energy of living people. So we dispersed that, we got rid of that, and the whole place felt completely different after that. We went into the garage where she had said that she noticed she wasn't feeling well. That was just the typical stuff. When we don't live in all of our home, things move in. So the lack of physical, human, living energy in those places is usually all it takes to deter something from moving in. So we got rid of that. We went through, and then it was time to start working on the people. That was interesting.